I wasn't always like this. My name is Daniel Cross. I used to be a soldier, a warrior, a man with a calling. But now I am just another of the faces in the crowd, another shadow in the back alleyways. I gave this country 2.5 decades of my life. I put myself on the vanguard, stood shoulder to shoulder with brothers who fell right next to me. I took the burden of war on my shoulders. I made it through enemy gunfire, through freezing winters, through nights alive with dying men's screams. But nothing prepared me for the battle I would be facing at home. It started with trust. I didn't come back empty-handed when I returned. The army issued me a check, the reward of my years of service, my sacrifice, a rebirth. That's what I thought. I entered my home, excited to go to my wife, excited to throw my arms around the woman who had written me letters every week, letters about how much she missed me. But there was another man she was waiting for. She wasn't alone. Another man was in my bed, his arms around her like they belonged there. My breath hitched, my heart raced, like I was back in the war. But the enemy this time was no rifle. He was my wife, and her. She didn't even flinch. No guilt, no remorse, just a blank, deadpan stare as she said, "This was happening long before you returned. You found out just earlier than I thought you would done." I wanted to scream, throw that man out of my house, to demand answers, but I didn't. It's not an emotional response with soldiers. We calculate, we assess, we choose when to strike. I walked out and turned around. A soldier knows when a battle is lost, but the war wasn't over. I thought if I could pick up the pieces, if I could begin anew, I would be fine. I still had something savings, a house, my best friend. But when I called my last trusted individual, I saw I had nothing. The man I'd thought was my brother, the man who once stood in a war next to me, who held my hand when I had no bleeding out of me, who promised me he always had my back, was the man who stabbed it. I left everything in his care. While I was gone, my savings, my house, my future. And when I came back, it was all gone. The money vanished, the house sold, and him. He was nowhere to be found. He had left with everything and taken off, leading his new unfamiliar life, while I was left with nothing but my clothes on my back, and a debt I never agreed to pay. I fought, I tried, but a soldier can fight. A bullet, not a paperwork. The hall favors those that know how to play it, and I was but a pawn in their game. Now I run the pavement, and the dirt with no house, no name, no history. People walk by me as though I'm not there. They look at a broken man sitting on a park bench, and think I was always like this. But I wasn't. I was Daniel Cross, a warrior, a protector, a man who gave everything, and they will remember my name someday, for a soldier never really surrenders.
My life, I gave it all. Fall through fire, face the storm. My own world was torn. Came back home to find the lies. The ones I loved wore a disguise. They took my trust, they took my name, left me broken in the rain. I won't fall, I won't break. Through the dark I'll find my way. They can steal what's mine today, but they can't take my faith away. I will break through the dark, I'll find my way. They can steal what's mine today, but they can't take my faith away. Uplifting and the light. I will rise, I will fight. Even lost, I'll find the light. They can burn my world to dust, but I'll still stand, I'll still trust. I was lost, I was betrayed, but my heart will never fade. Through the pain, through the tears, I will stand, I have no fear. I had a brother, swore he'd stay. Took my home, he walked away. Left me stranded, left me cold, with with nothing left but my own soul. I fought for justice, but the law had no mercy, had no cause. So now I walk this road alone, but my heart is still my home. But I won't bow, I won't break. Through the dark I'll find my way. They can steal what's mine today, but they can't take my faith away. I was stronger, full of fire. I will rise, I will fight. Even lost, I'll find the light. They can burn my world to dust, but I'll still stand, I'll still trust. I was lost, I was betrayed, but my heart will never fade. Through the pain, through the tears, I will stand, I have no fear. Let us grace, 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 grace. They see a man with empty hands, but they don't know where I stand. A warrior soul will never die. I will rise, I will fly. I will rise, I will fight. Even lost, I'll find the light. They can burn my world to dust, but I'll still stand, I'll still trust. I was lost, I was betrayed, but my heart will never fade. Through the pain, through the tears, I will stand, I have no fear. I will stand your cross, I am still here. Never surrender. They see a man with empty hands, but they don't know where I stand. A warrior soul will never die. I will rise, I will fly. I will rise, I will fly. I will rise, I will fly. I will fly, I will fly. I will rise on the fly. I will rise, I will fly. I will rise. I will whisper.